Hey you! Hi! This is point A, and this is point B. I bet you can never cross this line between them. Why? Well, because to go from point A to point B, you have to cover half of the distance between them. And to cover that half of the distance, you need to cover the half of the half of the distance. And to cover the half of the half of the half distance, you need to cover the half of the half of the half of... Anyway, I lost count. But I'm sure you get the idea. Basically, because you need to cover an infinite number of half distances, you can never even take the first step. Now, you're probably thinking, what's this moron talking about? I can simply prove him wrong by walking from point A to point B. And yes, you can. But can you really prove me wrong? Logically. Now, you've probably decided you've wasted enough time on this stupid video listening to this guy who has too much time on his hands. And yes, I am unemployed, that's why I'm doing YouTube. But don't leave just yet. Because this little nerdy mental puzzle was actually first proposed by a Greek philosopher named Zeno about 2,500 years ago. Like me, he also had too much time on his hands. But unlike me, the dude lived in Italy and was most likely a slave owner. Anyway, believe it or not, Zeno's mental puzzle stayed unsolved for more than 1,000 years until the development of calculus in the 17th century. Calculus is math, and while I'm Asian, I absolutely suck at it. But I can tell you this much. Calculus solved Zeno's little puzzle, also known as Zeno's Paradox, through the concept of limit. What is limit? Well, it's how long I can last in bed with women. Basically, Zeno says because there's an infinite number of steps between point A and point B, you can never go from A to B, no matter how small those steps are. Calculus, on the other hand, is like Thanos. Sorry, Zeno, your name sucks. And when you add infinite numbers of infinitesimal steps together, they actually become a finite number. By the way, infinitesimal means infinitely small, just like your cucumber. Anyway, if you're still confused, and I'm pretty sure you are, let me present you this square. So big, so beautiful, so squarish. Let's say the size of this square is exactly 1 square meter, and that's around 10 square feet for you Americans. Also, 10 square feet cost about $25,000 in Hong Kong, so don't move there. Anyway, let's cut this beautiful square in half, because she's been a bad girl. Seriously, I have a problem. So we get 2 halves, each half a square meter. Add them together, still 1 square meter. Now let's cut one of those halves in half again. This gives us a quarter, and half a square meter. Add them up, still 1 square meter. You see what's going on? I can keep cutting one of the 2 new halves in half, which gives me 2 more new halves, again and again, all the way until 5 p.m. because I have to pay my landlord before that, where I'll be evicted. But no matter how many times I cut it, all these halves still add up to 1 square meter. Hence, therefore, in conclusion, infinity plus infinitesimal equal 1. This is the crucial concept of limit that calculus is based on and the reason why you should never move to Hong Kong. Now, we can finally know why Zeno's logic fails. His infinite number of small steps between point A and point B, taken together, aren't actually infinite. So take that 1 step to go from point A to point B, young man. Unless you're under 6 feet and have to take 2 steps.